I was recently deep in thought and I asked myself, when was the last time that I did something for the first time? And I couldn't really come up with that much. I feel like in your 20s, it's not often that you try something new unless you intentionally put yourself out there to do it. So today I'm doing something for the first time. I'm excited. I'm also nervous. I've been extra tired in the morning recently. I don't know what it is, so to force myself to get up, I booked a workout class. I remember when I was new to Pilates and I was so nervous because I knew that there would be people in the class who knew what they were doing and I didn't because I had never done it. And so obviously before I would go into it, I was just like overthinking. But I feel like the thing is, you live so much in your head, you create all these narratives and you're worried what other people are gonna think of you, you're worried about looking stupid, but no one else cares. It's okay to look stupid, and that's something I had to tell myself. And also just knowing that everyone is new to something at first. Like everyone was a beginner at everything at one point. Anyway, flash forward a few months and I really love Pilates. It's one of my favorite things to do. My literal worst fear just came true at Whole Foods. I've talked about this before. I always feel like a fraud when I buy alcohol. I don't know what it is. I just get major imposter syndrome every time I check out and I'm buying alcohol. And so I was buying a nice little bottle of wine. And so I'm already having these feelings going into it. I approach the cashier and he goes, "Ma'am, what are you doing buying alcohol? You literally look like a teenager." And I go, "Thank you. Like, I guess I just look young." And he's like, "You look very young." And I was like, "Well, hopefully that'll pay off one day when I'm older." And he was like, "Uh-huh." So he's checking me out. He asked for my ID. I give him my ID. Keep in mind, it is a real ID, obviously. Then when I'm checking out and I use my credit card, it didn't go through, so I ended up using another card. And he was like, "Yeah, you should call your credit card company. Like, I think your card has like fraud on it or something if it didn't go through." And I'm walking away and he goes, "Oh, and ma'am," and I turn around. I'm like awkwardly 10 steps away, so I have to like reapproach him. He goes, "Make sure you use a real ID next time you buy alcohol." And I go, "What? What do you mean? You just confirmed my worst fears. And I'm not even doing anything." I need to go home. Honestly, it's gonna take me a while to recover from that. I'm honestly surprised I didn't cry. A win is a win. Thick and crispy tortilla chips. Guacamole, of course. I just saw it and I was like, the infamous bottles of wine. You know what my thing is? If he thinks that that was a fake ID, wouldn't that be his fault for letting me buy this? Because let's say it was fake and he knows it's fake, jail time. Got some fruit, cherries and blackberries, this little drink, and then I have never seen this Olipop flavor before. This is banana cream, so I wanted to try it at some point today with you guys. I also bought 3 little health shots. I'm really not looking forward to these. Ginger and turmeric down the hatch. Ugh. Ugh. Ew, I did not like that. All right, I'm starting off this day strong. I have quite the day ahead of me. I feel like what's helped me the most when it comes to trying something new or facing like a challenge, I don't let myself think about it and spiral over it and overthink it too far beforehand, because then I'll talk myself out of it. Because your mind is a very powerful tool and you can use it for you or against you. I am like 14 pages into reading this book, 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I'm already crying. Like, I don't even know the characters. Oh my gosh, that's interesting. To be fair though, the dedication to this book literally says, for believers in true, epic, soul-shattering love. This one's for you. I don't know if my heart can handle this, but we're gonna have to see it out. So I'm gonna read here for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna need some like recovery time after. Damn, got my matcha, gonna get ready for what I'm about to do, which is a pottery lesson. I have been dying to get into pottery and do it for so long. When I was a senior in high school, my elective was ceramics, and we would just like hand build stuff, and I really loved it. That was my favorite class of the day. I'm not the most artsy person when it comes to like physical things. I feel like when it comes to video and photo, I'm very artistic and creative, but when it comes to like physical art, like painting and drawing, it's not my forte. But I felt like with ceramics, that was something that was like physical art that I was actually okay at, and I just really enjoyed it, and I miss doing it so much. What I also miss is having like a hobby. I feel like, yes, I love reading and I love like making videos and stuff, but I want something that is just purely for fun. And I feel like the older I get, I'm like, I want to keep having hobbies. Hobbies aren't just for like little kids to have. And I feel like when you're little, you do so many new things and you're exposed to so many new things. And I can't remember the last time that I did something for the first time. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, what new thing can I try? Let's get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And one of my friends had recently gone to this pottery place and she really enjoyed it. And I was like, I want to do that. So I've never done like pottery on the wheel, so that's very new for me. I've heard it's hard. I feel like what makes me nervous is not being good at something, but what I've realized is that you don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. Because in life, you're not gonna be good at everything, and you might really enjoy something but not necessarily be skilled at it. So why wouldn't you keep doing it? Just because of that? Who cares? But everyone's a beginner at some point. With literally everything, everyone starts somewhere. And I just feel like the older I get, the more I realize that I kind of just stick to what I know. And I've realized that if I don't try new things now, when will I? So this is just like the first little step. What I want from this is to motivate myself to continue trying new things, because that's what life is about. Maybe I'll find something that I really love and enjoy. And the thing is, you won't know until you do it. It's like, what if I find a passion in this? And I never would have discovered that if I hadn't gotten out of my little comfort zone. And this goes for any activity that you want to try. Maybe it's a workout class that you want to try, anything new. You kind of just have to take the leap and do it, because the longer that you put it off, the more resistance you're gonna build towards it. And I'm trying to live by that more often, is instead of thinking about it, just do it. If I don't like it, that's okay, at least I tried. And if I do like it, then thank goodness that I tried. So I'm simultaneously excited and nervous. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think trying new things in your life can lead to so much self-exploration and lead to you finding new things that you love. I was actually really inspired by my dad. He just retired, and something that since the day of retirement, he was like, I want to try new things and I want to keep busy. I don't want to just do nothing. And so he literally, which I just like, I could cry because it's the cutest thing. He's been trying so many different things. He's been doing charity work, working on different projects with his friends. But what really inspired me, he has no teaching experience, but he got, I don't necessarily know what it's called, but he took like this test that you can take to be a substitute teacher. You don't have to have like a teaching degree to do that. I think you just have to have professional experience. At least that's how it is in Hawaii. And when he did this, I was like, what? You want to be a sub? He was like, I don't know if I want to, but might as well try. And I was like, wow. A few weeks passed, and last week he had his first substitute teaching job, had never done that before or anything like it, and enjoyed it. And he literally just went back and did another, like got another substitute teaching gig the other day, which I just think is so cool, because it's like, here he is, a guy who's in his 50s, trying new things. And I think that's something that a lot of people past a certain age don't do. You kind of just stick to what you know. And so I just felt super inspired by that, and I was like, if I don't do this now, then when? I keep talking about wanting to try new things and like expand. Like, let's actually do it. Here we go. They have like a ceramics class for one of the electives. There's obviously a lot of air bubbles. Yeah, again, just get comfortable. How fast? Like, just go ahead and just touch it back. Yeah. Here, let me help you out real quick. But if I can take it. Oh yeah, okay, after it. Slowly bring your arms up there as well. Okay. Oh yeah, she's big as ready to eat. That was so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, walking in there, was I a little bit intimidated? Yes, only because there was this woman sitting across from me, and she was making this like beautiful vase, and I was like, but I made 3 little bowls. My instructor, her name was Sophia, she was super sweet, and she was so good at teaching. I felt like I actually was understanding what was going on, and I didn't realize, well, people told me that like throwing on the wheel is obviously a lot different than just hand building, and it's a little more like intricate because you have to think of the pressure that you're using your hands, your foot's on the pedal, controlling the wheel spinning. You have to add water to make sure the clay doesn't dry out. So it's like a lot of different things happening at once. But that was so much fun. I had so much fun. I'm like all hyped up right now. This was something I've been meaning to try since January, February, so I've put it off for quite a while, but I'm so glad I finally did it. I got clay all over me, as expected. I'm gonna go home, change. We're gonna have a lovely little rest of our evening. I'm back home. It's been a little bit. I wanted to make this little snack recipe with you guys that I got from one of my friends. She made it as a little beach day snack for us, and I've been hooked. It's very easy. All you need is hummus, cucumbers, red onion, feta, and olives and pita chips. It's gonna make a nice little dip, and then you scoop it out with the pita chips. It's so good, especially if you like olives. You know, if you like all the ingredients, like obviously you're gonna enjoy it. It's really simple. I'm just gonna cut some stuff up. I'm just spreading some hummus on the bottom. Then you take your feta cheese. I'm just using crumbles, but you could get like a block and chop it up. Voila, got your pita chips. You can dip it in. Honestly, when I don't feel like having chips with it, I will just literally eat this with a spoon. I don't know what about this is so good. And I never would have thought to put these things together and make it into a dip, but I've been making this a lot. It's a really nice little snack, and it's also more filling than if I were to just have regular hummus. But the reason I made it right now is so that I have a snack while I continue doom reading this book. And I say doom reading because I just have a feeling that my heart's gonna get broken by it, so. As I'm reading this, I feel like I'm reading this for my 17, 18-year-old self, because I feel like nowadays I don't really resonate as much with young adult romance that's like set in high school, obviously, because I'm not in that point and period of my life anymore. So I read more like college or, you know, just more adult romance, but it's really cute. I would have eaten this shit up in high school. I mean, I'm still eating it up now. I feel like I'm reading it for younger me, but Micah is about to come home from work, and we're probably gonna chef it up for dinner a little bit. Making some dinner. Got some rice pilaf going. Micah just prepped the veggies, and then there's some chicken in here. This has been our go-to meal, either turkey or chicken. That's like the protein, and then rice is the base. A bunch of chopped up veggies. It's so good. As I said earlier, I wanted to try this new flavor of Olipop, so we're gonna bust her open.
What did she say?
Salute. This might be one of my favorite flavors from Olipop. Whoa, that's so good. These have prebiotics in it, botanicals, plant fiber, and it supports digestive health. I'm not gonna lie, I need that. Just girly things. We're about to watch the season finale of...
Not the season finale.
We're about to watch the finale of Game of Thrones. We've never watched it, so it's our first time. I know it's been out for a while, but we have been addicted to the show since we started it, and we're about to watch the final episode. And I'm just like worried for my mental health after this. Like, what am I to do? Wait. That was quite the ending. I know you guys know the feeling when you become hyper obsessed with a show and then it ends and you're like, and honestly, it's been a while since I watched a new show for the first time, because for the longest time I was just rewatching Gossip Girl and Vampire Diaries on a cycle that was literally endless. So this is the first new show I've watched in so long. I forgot how much of a feeling it is when it ends. I'm about 200 pages in to this book right now, and I think had I not had other stuff to do today, I would have finished this entire thing. And it's funny, at first I genuinely was judging a book by its cover and by its title. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be cheesy, if I'm gonna like it, because I've been such in a mystery mood lately. Clearly, as you saw me crying earlier in the first 20 pages, that should have been my telltale sign that I was gonna fall in love with this book. And I'm kind of scared to finish it just because of the turn that it's taken. But I've been so blessed with good books recently. All the books I've been reading recently have been like 4 5-star reads. And I have a feeling this one's gonna crush my soul by the time I finish it. So, updates to come. I'm very proud of myself for today. I feel like the more often you do new things, the easier it is to do. Starting is the hardest part. But it felt so good to do that. Comment down below what new thing you think I should try next. And also, if you stayed to this point in the video, so I know who the real ones are, comment down below this, like, painting emoji. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Maybe if Micah has a take your girlfriend to work day, I'll do that.